What is going on, people? What is up?
What up? What up?
Yo, it's your boy AG the Assassin.
Your boy Ancient People. How you doing?
Oh man, we representing that flawless victory gaming and entertainment. And we are coming live and direct with our first
Who knows?
Raw review. Oh man. Like I said, I had been talking about this for a couple of weeks now, especially after WrestleMania, starting to do group podcasts reviewing Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. And this is the first of many to come.
Oh, excited.
Yeah. Woohoo! Yeah, we're so excited about this.
Super hype. Super hype.
So without further ado, let's get into the show. I'm going to run down the card. We'll talk about everything that happened. Starting with the show opening up with a tribute to Bruno Sammartino. They rung the bell 10 times. Everybody stood up in silence. Then they had a very, very great video montage of his life.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Oh man, it was really good, very tastefully done. And I'm glad he came back to WWE when he did, and it was very good moment for WWE, and one of the, if not the greatest of all time, in Bruno Sammartino, the greatest champion of all time.
Legitly.
Next, the promo segment with Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman, and Roman Reigns. Brock and Paul come out. Just basically, talking trash about how they beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Yeah, exactly. Basically, Paul Heyman, dumping all his credentials as a cage fighter, and then how they're putting him in a cage against Roman Reigns, and how he's going to demolish.
It wasn't Roman Reigns' idea.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You could tell it on his face as soon as he walked down the aisle. Like, he really didn't want this.
What am I doing?
Oh man.
Hate me. Oh God, what I do?
But I mean, at the end of the day, he manned up, came down, and said, "Hey, look, I'm leaving Saudi Arabia with that title," and just walked out on him. It really did make him look strong to me.
Nah, there's not a lot that can really make him look stronger. Like, the way they've had him getting his ass beat last week, there's really no way to make him look strong against Brock Lesnar.
It was
He's coming in, he's in this as an underdog all the way. There's like no hope whatsoever.
And I kind of been hearing rumors that and like when he was coming out, I heard like a lot of pop for him for some reason. So now I've been hearing rumors that the WWE have been planning fans to support Roman Reigns when he comes out instead of booing.
So yeah. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I walked away for 2 seconds. I had to go do something.
Oh wow, really? Oh wow.
I know, I'm a terrible human being.
You're a terrible human being. This is not professional, sir. I was basically saying like how WWE had been planted fans in the crowd.
Yeah.
To basically cheer Roman Reigns instead of booing him.
I heard that.
Yeah.
And I was wondering where those were coming from.
I
wasn't sure if they were legitimate or not.
I heard about it from Ali Davis and Luke Owen over there, Russell Talk. Shouts out to Russell Talk. Go support those guys. They're awesome.
And you know what? Now that I think about it, I believe it simply because normally you can never hear any dudes out loud cheering for Roman.
Yeah,
I noticed specifically that I was hearing male voices.
It was an extremely loud pop. Like, it was out of the ordinary pop. Like, yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway, forget that guy. We go on to the first match of the night, which saw Elias pick up the victory over the glorious Bobby Roode.
Oh my goodness! Did he hit him with a guitar?
No, he did not. Honestly, it was a very clean victory. I
The
mean,
reason I'm asking that is I missed the first like 20 minutes, like I said.
yeah, all right, and basically, all right, Rude had him reeling in the beginning, uh, but for the overall match, Elias dominated the whole match. Rude tried to make a comeback, but Elias kind of caught his arm on the rope, and then like the way he fell into the ring, he kind of rolled him up real quick and got the 3 count.
Okay.
And he didn't even pull the tights. That's what I was surprised about. So, I mean, a clean victory for Elias, making him look good. I could possibly see that little feud popping off.
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Yeah, it would be a good match.
Yeah, that's a nice change of a pace for a feud.
Yeah. Next up, we had the little promo from Woken Matt Hardy and Woken Bray Wyatt. Basically, yeah. Basically, they were stating that, hey, I consulted with the higher-ups, and I've been enlightened, and we're going to win. And Bray Wyatt comes in, and the whole screen goes dark, and, yeah, we're going to shroud everybody with darkness. And then they just tell everybody to run. Which, it was an okay promo.
For some reason, it was one of the most hardcore. I don't even know what kind of genre I would say it is, but just whenever you hear Bray Wyatt, just run. You're like, damn.
And
This is gonna be good.
And from what I gathered from Michael Cole, I think they the name of their team now is called the Deleters of Worlds.
Yes, the Leader of Worlds. Yes.
Yes.
That's exactly what they said it was.
So I just abbreviated to DOW. Dow. Dow.
I
Yes.
like that.
Dow.
I like that. Oh my God! If that gets coined, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. We're going to make that happen. So next up, we had Dow in the match against the Ascension, which basically, for the most part, they dominated that whole match and made the Ascension look silly. Finished them off with that.
I like how you politely just said it. You made them look silly.
Yeah, it made them look really silly. Yeah, like finish them off with that face plant / twist of fate move that they got, that tag team finisher move.
Yeah, that actually looked really devastating on him because it kind of looked like the twist of fate hit before the rest of his body went down. Like
all right, I feel as though it's missing something. Like once some fluidity, like.
Well, see, and I'll tell you what your problem probably is with that. It's probably because Bray Wyatt kind of just slammed him down instead of like a.
Yeah, I feel as though if he sat down with it,
like he should have dropped with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He should definitely sit down with it. I think that would make it look more cool. Or either he picks them up like in kind of like a German suplex type position.
Yeah.
And then as he's about to push him down, that's when Hardy comes in with the twist of fate and makes it look that much devastating.
Yeah, you're right.
I think that would be good. But nonetheless, they picked up the victory over the Ascension, which, of course, they're going to need all the momentum going into Friday, the greatest Royal Rumble. Next, we had the debut of the Sammy and Kevin show, which I personally thought was freaking hilarious.
They did. They took so many shots.
Yeah.
Different areas.
So all right. So they started off talking about how they're the best thing going. How Stephanie went around Kurt's back and hired them, and how they were going to dominate the greatest Royal Rumble match. Yeah. They called out their guest, which was Kurt Angle. And I mean they took so many shots at Kurt Angle. I mean, I think
I almost thought Jason Jordan was
Yeah, bruh, yeah. And then what was it? I think Sammy said, "Well, to be fair, he has forgot about him for the last couple of years or so crazy like that."
They were doing this whole thing like, "Yes, Kurt, you and your 5 kids," and then Kevin's like, 6. No,
Yeah,
it's
6.
No,
It's
definitely
6.
And then they consorted the list. They went to the list.
Right. It was really really funny. It was really funny. Then Kurt Angle goes on to let them know that he's going to be in the Greatest Royal Rumble match along with Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon, Chris Jericho, yada, yada, yada. Basically, all the people that want to beat these guys up, they're going to be in this match to beat them up. At the end of all that, he sets up the match. Kevin and Sammy versus Braun Strowman and Lashley, which we will get to in a second. I'm gonna get to these two backstage segments, and they both concern the Miz Taraj. Basically, since the Miz is being transferred over to SmackDown Live, the Miz Taraj is basically looking for, I guess, a new boss. So they go to Seth Rollins. Pull out the Burn It Down T-shirts. Not Burn It Down, but the Monday Night Rollins T-shirts. Try to push for them to be the new Shield, this, that, and the third. They put the fist in and everything, and he kind of like shrugs them off.
Yeah, because it was cringy. Like, really?
It was really weird, yeah.
Of all people, it would be damned if the new Shield was formed. They certainly would not.
Yeah, they wouldn't be it. And then they tried the same thing with Finn Balor later on in the night. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows went over to SmackDown as well. So they was like, hey, man, why don't we join the club? Why don't we do the club thing? And they tried to too-sweet him, and he just laughed it off and walked off. So that set up a match between the Miz Taraj versus Finn Balor and Seth Rollins, which they just ran roughshod over those guys. Seth Rollins and Finn Balor picking up the victory in a funny fashion. I mean, oh man, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that they're letting Seth Rollins do the curve stomp again, or the blackout, whatever they want to call it.
I know the blackout's not a bad move for it.
I can
see how if you received one of those,
blackout. Yeah, you're gonna blackout. Yeah. But it was a pretty squash match. Next up, it was a video recap of Ziggler's return to Raw, and basically him bringing Drew McIntyre with him and them demolishing Titus Worldwide last week with quite possibly the sickest double team move of all time. Oh man, God,
so serious, man.
So nice. And we were just, like I said, I was just talking about fluidity. This move, the Claymore into the zigzag, is phenomenal. Kudos to whoever decided to put these two together and how they.
That's magic. Sometimes you try something and you get done. That was a live grenade right there.
And I talked to you last week about this same thing, and I swear, I look at them and I see another Shawn Michaels and Diesel.
Yeah, definitely. You can definitely see something similar to that coming along.
And I want to go on record and like, hey, I said it first. I think I said it on my last podcast on last week's Raw. Let it be known. I made the connection first. But that video montage went into the tag team match. I won't say Shawn Michaels so bad. Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre versus Titus Worldwide. It was not even a match at all, man. They crushed. Oh man, Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler crushed them devastatingly. Afterwards, I mean, quite possibly, like legitly, the best promo I've heard outside of Samoa Joe. Outside of Samoa Joe, that's probably one of the best promos I've ever heard. And kudos to Drew McIntyre. I tell you how long, he's been away from WWE for, I think they said 10 years before he came back to NXT.
Yep.
Bruh, how great is he now compared to when he would first debut? Bruh, he is a totally different person. His promo skills are amazing. He really didn't really show it out a lot in NXT, but I'd be damned if he didn't have an excellent promo on Raw last night. I mean, he put the whole locker room on notice. And Dolph Ziggler, man, put his 2 cents in there and made it that much better. And they ended that promo with announcing that they were the show. And I'm hoping that they're going with that as their team name, which would be awesome, bruh. I'm so happy with the future about these two. And hopefully this will keep Dolph around because I love Dolph as a wrestler, man.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying for a long time, man. Like when they stopped giving him his pushes, I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah, man. Next matchup, basically saw Chad Gable going up against Jinder Mahal, and that stems from
the look, just off the looks of the match. No one ever wants to give Chad Gable his due.
Bro, Chad Gable is a monster.
Yeah, that's what I keep saying.
A monster. And I say this all the time, and especially when he first came out. He reminds me so much of a young Kurt Angle that it's not funny.
He reminds you of what?
He reminds me of a young Kurt Angle. like legitly, like his pit bull mentality about things. Like he's
I'm telling you, that dude pulls off a sweet looking bridge suplexes, yo.
Bruh, and not just the suplexes, man, but just his technical wrestling in general, bruh.
Yeah.
He is top notch, bar none, one of the best wrestlers on the roster right now. I don't care what nobody else says. As far as like technical mat-based wrestling,
yeah,
he will get you.
Stuff. Oh yeah, he's probably got the craft mastered more than most.
Yeah. So that basically set up. Like I said, Gable and Mahal had a match, which came from a backstage altercation that they had in Kurt Angle's office, and Jinder Mahal pretty much wrote on, had him most of the match, but a quick roll up. I think Jinder Mahal went for the claws. Gable kind of pulled him over to the corner. Flipped off the corner and got him into a pinning predicament. Got the 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. Your winner's Chad Gable. An upset victory for Chad Gable.
Yeah.
Next match is that tag team match of Strowman and Lashley versus KO and Zayn. This is a comical match.
It was.
It was so funny.
Yeah, let me just be the one to put it out there right now. That is too devastating of a combo to be a reoccurring.
Bruh, they are amazing together. Like I don't think they would ever put put the belts on them, but it's just funny to see them tag.
Now you say that, but they already temporarily gave Strowman the damn belt for a day.
Okay, yeah, I understand that, but
And during that whole thing, everybody wanted, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people still want to see Braun Strowman with the
strap. Yeah, but see, here's the thing. I think Strowman's meant to do other things like singly. Like he's a singles competitor.
I mean, yeah, and I get that. But what I say is like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes you gotta work them. You gotta work them up instead of giving him the main goal right on top.
Bro, he's already worked up. Outside. Matter of fact, I would even say he's more put over than Seth Rollins. To be honest,
I mean, well,
he gets a way.
It's probably super close.
No.
If you had said like 2 months ago, then that might be the case. But now that's probably not the case.
What? No, he gets a way bigger pop than Seth Rollins. Dude, go back and listen to Seth Rollins' Burn It Down when he came out with his entrance, and then go back and listen to everybody scream Braun when he came out. Bro, it was significantly louder.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go back because when this guy put his hands up, all you hear was Braun! Everybody screaming that shit and everybody raising their hand. It's crazy. Like he's probably one of the most put over people on the roster right now. He's the most over person.
Yeah,
but
when I say that, what I meant to say when I said that was like that he needs one of the I wouldn't call them lesser titles, but I mean, and just maintain that for a little while. I think that's what they're trying to do with him. Otherwise, they would have given him the title a long ass time ago. Either the WWE Championship or the Universal, for that matter.
Well, see, and I don't know, like I said, with Samoa Joe going over to SmackDown now, I want to see him be the one to take out Brock Lesnar for the title.
Samoa Joe?
Yeah, no. Well, I wanted Samoa Joe to do it originally, but Samoa Joe's on SmackDown now.
Yeah.
So I want Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman was my second choice. Braun Strowman.
That's what we all wanted from the get-go when he had his fucking match with Lesnar back when.
Yeah, Braun Strowman needs to be the one to beat Brock Lesnar for the title. I'm sorry, and I don't think Roman Reigns should do it because he's not over, man. If anything, they need to turn Roman Reigns heel. I've been saying that for the longest time.
Yeah, I mean, that's
they need to turn him heel. They can do it. It can be done, but they just need to stop worrying about their pockets. Like, yeah, I understand their pockets. They worry about merchandise sales and all that stuff because he does good with the kids, kind of like John Cena does. But it just needs to be done. He's not up there like John Cena, but he's up there in a sense to where he's in the top 5 as far as merchandise sales.
Yeah,
easily.
I feel what you're saying. You're right. I mean, a heel turn is really the only way to get them the results they want, though.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I know that. But anyway. Well, yeah, like I said, a wonderful match, man. Strowman and Lashley, man. Like Sammy and Kevin tried their best to keep Bobby Lashley in the ring, even going to as far as where Kevin Owens ran over and pulled Strowman down before Lashley could tag him in.
Yeah.
But eventually, Braun Strowman gets in this match and just obliterates both of them.
Around the ring, the first time he freaking tackled dude.
It was
a shoulder tackle. Through him.
He basically is kind of like he lifted him, but didn't really pick him up. The way he tackled him.
Dog is literally what it was.
Right, he flew so far, and then came in there, messed up Sami Zayn, and then got back out, and then did a running drop kick. A running from drop kick, bruh. That just had me crying.
Has he always been doing that Roman fucking finger thing where you got your finger sideways and you put it down like the verdict is death?
I think he just started doing that recently.
Cause that's awesome. I was saying a long time ago that he needed to do that. But oh my god.
But needless to say, Braun Strowman, Bobby Lashley picks up the W against KO and Sammy. Funny match.
And the hang time on Lashley before he.
Oh, that vertical suplex. Yeah.
Yeah, the hang time on that was ridiculous.
Next up, we were supposed to have Baron Corbin versus No Way Jose. Corbin comes out, basically says, "Hey, I know why you got your little conga line out there, so when I get down there, they can attack me from behind, blah blah blah."
Yeah,
and
one
so
of these guys is gonna jump me.
Yeah. So he goes back to the back, and hey, No Way was like, "Okay, hey, you're not gonna stop my party." So they take the conga line back up. He turns his back for just to say goodbye to the crowd, and Baron Corbin comes back out, boom, 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 hits him, takes him out.
Hit him in the head with the microphone.
Yeah, takes him out, hits him with that nice little. He has that little choke slam backbreaker thing that he does. It's really cool. But Corbin basically takes him out, and hey, he left him hanging. Enough said about that.
Yeah, enough said.
Yeah. Last match of the night saw a 10-woman tag match, which saw Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and the Riot Squad defeat Ember Moon, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Natalya, and Nia Jax via disqualification.
Yeah, via disqualification. Thank you.
Yes. I was getting there, and that disqualification came in the form of Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey came down there because Mickie James kept messing with Natalya, and they're making this little angle to where how close Natalya and Ronda Rousey are. She trained her and everything. Yeah. So when she sees Ronda Rousey come down there helping out Natalya, Mickie James decides to poke the bear.
Mickie James made the biggest mistake of her life.
Decides to poke the bear, and she drop kicks her in the back.
Oh, she poked the hell out of that.
Ronda Rousey came in there. Mickie James tried to get on top of her and do something, but Ronda Rousey hit her with this damn Sambo suplex, got her on the ground, and instantly went to the freaking armbar, making her tap out. Of course,
so nasty,
of course, Ronda Rousey was not in the match, so that caused the disqualification, giving the win to Bliss, James, and the Riot Squad. I personally didn't watch all of the match, but I did catch the last little bit of it, especially when Nia Jax just flew off the apron and took everybody else out.
So dope. Oh,
Man, yo, Nia is awesome. I love her as champion so much. And I'm interested to see, like, and also too, I think earlier in the show, like, Alexa Bliss was doing these like kind of like commercials, talking about how much of a bully. Yeah, but she's such a bully. Like, she took the sandwich from the homeless guy, and ate it in front of the room, was laughing at him.
She just gobbled it up.
Yeah,
I didn't know what to say.
She's low key, so throwing so much shade at her. It's not even funny. Like, it's just crazy. Which I don't think she won't win against Nia Jax to get the belt back. But, I mean, she has to get her obligated rematch, whatever. All right, so that pretty much was the show. I still haven't come up with the rating system yet. I don't know if you want to do.
If we had to give it a number based on what would we give it?
No, I want to do like word based like ratings.
Okay.
And I would give all the credit to Ollie Davis and Luke Owen as far as how they rate their stuff, but I won't use their words. But I think we should come up with our own word base, like we're, as it pertains to us. Like, I think a 5 should be like truly flawless or something like that.
Yeah.
So, matter of fact, while I'm doing it, I'm gonna write this down. So a 5 is going to be truly flawless. What would a 4 be?
Let's see, you said a 5 would be truly flawless?
Truly flawless.
A 4 would be semi-flawless?
Just short of great.
Just short of great?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, just short of great. Great. 3 would be, I guess, what, so-so?
3 would be, I would say, I'm having a problem with coming up with snappy.
Yeah, snappy, yeah. Like, right on the spot like that, right? It's kind of hard.
I know, right?
Let's see, 3 would be, it has to be something.
3, rated E. Got a rhyme. And then if you really think about the message that it sends with rated E, it was for the everyone crowd, you know?
Let's say flawed.
Flawed?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can say flawed.
Flawed. Because it wasn't great, but it wasn't awful. 2 would be,
we'll call 2 BC, Botch City.
Huh? Botch City? Okay, we can do Botch City. Yeah. BC. I gotta put that in quotations. Botch City. And 1 would be, Is it over yet?
Yeah, is it over
Yeah,
yet?
yeah, that was good.
Yeah, comment down below, people. Let us know what you think about our rating system. Hey, if you got any snippy ones for any one of our categories, why don't you send us your idea?
All right, so now that we have that, 5 is truly flawless, 4 just short of great, 3 flawed, 2 botch city, and 1 is it over yet? Sir, how would you rate this episode of Raw?
If I had to rate this episode of Raw, in all honesty, there wasn't really anything in there that I hated, dude. No, I don't want to be a chump and give it a full 5, but I'll give it that 4.
I disagree.
It was just short of flawless, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I agree with you on that. Okay, the good outweighed the bad in it. You had the 2 funny spots with the Mr. Raj, which was cool. The Sammy and Kevin show was funny. The Braun Strowman, Lashley versus KO and Sammy was awesome. The 10-woman match was great. Yeah, okay, I would give it a 4 too.
You know what? I would probably, just because of the women's match, getting that shot at the main event and being a blowout the way it was, I'd actually give it that whole flawless status.
You gonna give it a flawless?
I will literally give this a flawless. There were so many nice points. I really can't think of anything wrong. Like even the short little bullshit scenes with like Baron Corbin and them were actually entertaining to watch.
Okay, you have swayed my vote, sir. you have honestly swayed my vote. I really can't think of anything bad in my opinion.
Yeah, and my personal opinion. Right, comment down below what yours was.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Me and Ancient are going with the truly flawless rating.
Yeah,
truly flawless rating. If you have any disagreements, please leave a comment down below. Like I said, you have 5 truly flawless, 4 just short of great, 3 flawed, 2 BC Botch City, and 1 is it over yet? Please comment your ratings down below. Sooner or later, I'll start doing the part where I can put the poll up at the top of our videos. I'll start doing that. I know how to do it. I just got to remember how to do it. And then we'll start doing it like that. Yeah, I got to jog those memory banks, but hey, it's all good. But that will do it, man. I thank everybody for listening. This is our first official Flawless Victory podcast. Hopefully, we can get the 3rd member of our group on this the next podcast. The boy Saucy.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to get Saucy on the podcast, man. Saucy, I know Saucy has a lot of input on this, and that's yeah. We're gonna get Saucy.
I'll see him pretty soon because I really want to get his opinion on this because he's a lot more critical than us.
Oh yeah, he's a hell of a lot more critical. And that's why I love his input on all things wrestling, man. It's amazing. But again, please subscribe to the channel, Flawless Victory Gaming and Entertainment. Make sure you hit that notification button so you can be alerted to all the latest and greatest videos coming from Flawless Victory. Like, comment, all that good stuff, baby. Like I said, this is the first of many to come. If we have the time to do it tonight, after SmackDown, we might do the SmackDown review tonight. I might just release it tomorrow, but if we do it tonight, I might do it tonight. I don't know. We'll figure it out though.
Yeah, we'll see how
We'll see how it goes. Maybe we can get Saucy on this call too. But like I said, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for supporting us. For your boy Ancient, I'm your boy AG the Assassin. Peace.
Flawless, y'all.